Maybe so. All right, so it's locked me out
again.
So I'll see. I'll keep checking as we go. So I don't know. Do you guys want to look at photos?
Yeah.
All right. So let's do that, and then I'll check in at the end of the show and see if I can get in or not. But we'll look at photos. We have over 100 photos to look at tonight. And again, I wanted to do it tonight because our next show on the 11th is going to be the Batsy Awards. I have special guests appearing on that show. I've got some stuff coming in, so I've been working on that. But we won't be looking at photos that night. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to look at some of those. So let's do that.
Where am I?
Let's start with this guy. This is the J&D Superman 1/3 scale. Obviously, anytime a J&D piece, it sells out pretty much instantly. It said that that's mostly retailers.
Yeah, because you can still buy it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it sells out, but it sells out to people, companies that are going to resell it for everyone. What do you guys think about this one? It's over, what was it, over $3,000?
No, it's 2,600, and if you want the extra portrait, that's another 800.
So it puts it over $3,000 if you buy the extra torso or extra bust, basically.
Yeah. Actually, I think Todd is selling it for $2,850 with free shipping.
Okay.
Without the bust.
Without the bust.
Yeah, with the option to buy the bust.
And the bust features the angry portrait.
Yeah, the heat vision portrait.
Yeah.
Should I express my opinion?
I would love to. Yes, please.
You can't really tell on these pics because it's not really a close-up of the portrait, and Dan expressed the same idea. I think he looks a little gaunt, a little sickly, and a little old. I did a, left or right post on my Facebook group yesterday of this, comparing it to the black costume Justice League 1/3 Prime 1 statue. I know there's no doubt about it that this piece looks more realistic. It looks more like a real person, but it does not, to me, look enough like Henry Cavill. I think the face is too narrow. He doesn't look healthy. He looks a little bit sickly or something. I don't know. It's not working for me. Other than that, it's fine. I have no problem with the body sculpt, but the portrait is not working for me.
I feel like the muscles are a little too pronounced or something.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's supposed to be his physique with a tight costume or if it's supposed to be a padded costume or what.
I agree with you on the portrait. I feel like there are some people like, who is that supposed to be? Mm-hmm. I think you could tell it's Henry Cavill.
I do too.
But I agree. I feel like he just, which I think is what a lot of their pieces suffer from, is that it just ages all the men. Not necessarily the women. I think the women, I don't feel like it does that. But the women,
the Christian Bale looked really old.
He did.
To me, and thin.
Yeah.
Do you think that's maybe some, like you said, gaunt? Do you feel like it's maybe partially because they can't do as much of the paint on their face since it's silicone? Maybe that fleshes them out a little bit?
Maybe. Excuse me. Maybe. I don't know. I just feel like his face is also just too narrow. Like the sculpt is too narrow.
You can get it in red or black, which I think is nice.
It is. It's good to have the option. Queen Studios is doing that 1/3 Cavill, but they're only offering it the black costume. I'd like to see theirs in the blue.
What are people in the chat saying about this one?
One person said 7 out of 10.
Young
Fatal says,
Rosie O'Donnell.
yeah, Fatal says he looks like he was axed from DC. Yeah. Odin01 says the portrait is quite strong for him.
Here we have the angry portrait.
I think that one's farther off than the original.
Yeah, I agree.
I did feel like it looked good from certain angles, but again, I mean, this is $3,000.
$3,000 needs to be on point.
When you have two portraits, I mean, again, that if you add that portrait, it's over $3,000.
The thing that's really bothering me is on especially the blue variant or version is the shading on it looks very animated or like cell shading.
Yeah.
It's too harsh of a dark to a light.
It's almost like a comic book shading.
Which doesn't give it the movie realness to me.
Are these the photos that they released, or are these the leaked photos? I can't remember.
You know what? That's another problem I have is that a lot of the photos I'm seeing just feel like they're video screen captures.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing really high quality photos of this piece.
Yeah, I was really surprised also because, again, you would think that they would want to show it as best as they possibly can. This is a screen grab.
Yeah, for sure.
And this was off their teaser. But yeah, not a lot of high quality images.
That image is too dark background here.
Which always makes me nervous whenever a company shows everything in dark.
Yeah, totally.
You know, it's like, what are you hiding?
Is the body of this going to be polystone, or is it fabric, or how are they going to do that suit?
I think it's fabric. The bust does come. The bust does come with the fists, so I wanted to know to that. But anyway, that's Superman. Again, I just feel like it's super overpriced.
I feel like there's like that picture to look. That's a good picture.
Yeah, I think it's the best picture of him.
But it's almost like when you look straight on at his face, it's like really narrow.
He look at his face skinnier there. I don't know. I like what J&D's trying to do. I just feel like their prices just are really high for what they are. For not being more perfect, I guess.
Well, we'll all get hate comments now because we're the J&D haters. So
yeah, we will.
Yep.
There'll be we've given some YouTubers material for the next 3 weeks. So.
Yes, we have.
That's okay.
Yep, we love them too.
It's all still art though. Everybody likes what they like.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all subjective. I think whenever I say I don't like something, it is because I feel like the value is not there. There might be pieces that I spend money on that other people might think the value is not there. Maybe the money I spent on the Bat bike from XM, they're like, well, I don't see the value there. Well, again, that's just my opinion. I feel like I want J&D to succeed, and I want them to continue to get better. And people that have them in hand, I've heard both things. Some people swear by them. Some people got that Joker in and like, I don't like it in hand. I'm going to sell it because it doesn't look anything like Heath Ledger. And so I've
feel
heard
like there's just better options for this guy.
Right.
Yeah, for me, it's not a value proposition. I would say the same thing if this was $1,000. To me, it doesn't do a good enough job of representing not only Cavill but Superman to me. Superman is I don't know. He's a young man. He's an adult, of course, but this looks too old to be my representation of Superman, and he doesn't look strong enough. He looks sickly to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Looks like he needs some sunshine.
Yeah.
Let's move on to this. I thought this was really awesome. This is production, guys, of the in-art Joker, 6 scale. Just some example of the paintwork on it. Pretty awesome. Isn't that cool
I
with
thought
the
this
paint?
was Thing from the Wednesday show.
Are those polystone hands or?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not for a 6 scale.
Not on the figure. I don't know what they are.
What's their
but
figure? Okay.
I would assume it's plastic, but I mean, it's the, this is the 6 scale in art Joker. Thought it was cool.
I know typically the hands are a softer material than what the body is made out of.
Kind of, it's like a little bit more pliable.
Yeah. To hold the accessories and things.
Yeah. Let's talk about my Harley. So these are some production photos. This has received a ton of hate this week. This is a $4,000 piece. I showed this to my wife yesterday. I said, "What do you think?" And she said, "That's awful." She holds no punches to this kind of stuff. She doesn't ever try to sugarcoat anything. Much to my chagrin, I'm like, "Can you just pretend like you like it?" What do you guys think?
It doesn't look too far off from the prototype that I remember without seeing it side by side.
I feel like I agree. I feel like it lost a little something. One thing that I really hate. What?
Wonk-eyed looking.
Do the eyes move on this one?
No. They're all individually done though. I mean, they're all glass eyes.
It looks different there.
The one thing I don't like is that her hair is way too long.
Yeah.
Her hair should be like to her wrist. Even the prototype
it just barely hits shoulders and flips out.
So I mean, that's something you could probably just cut if you wanted to.
Expensive. Start tampering with.
I don't want to cut it. I'm saying like I don't want to cut it, but I'm hoping that they do.
That's something that you could do with a razor. Do not do that with scissors because it will. I guarantee that's synthetic hair, and it will. It won't cut like you think it will.
Spray out.
How much longer do you think it is? Because it looks like maybe you can put the pigtails up a little bit higher, maybe on her head.
I don't know, but it should be only to her shoulders.
Well, that's a lot then.
All right.
Yeah,
it's way longer than the prototype, so I don't know why they did that. What do you guys think of the likeness? I mean, are you guys with everybody else and think it looks awful, or do you think it looks still pretty close? I know Matt said he thinks it still looks pretty close.
Pretty close to like to her, not necessarily, but to the prototype, yes. I mean, the prototype I thought from the get-go was slightly off, but it's also not terrible as I hear everybody saying, but that's just...
I would need to see the pictures again because I feel like the prototype was looking good compared to this.
So you feel like it's a downgrade?
Some of the pictures looks...
Yeah, this looks bad.
This picture looks a little closer, I think. She almost seems too angular. Like, her features seem very sharp.
Some people thought her eyebrows looked a little bit higher up.
Yeah,
which could be.
Something about her hair, like where the pigtails have the clips on them. That's bothering me.
Yeah, they're a little droopy.
Looks like the hair's not going to be pulled tight enough either.
You know, I always think about like how bad the Tom Holland hair looked on that Queen Studios piece until somebody came in and did it right. It could be an example of this. I mean, it could be that, you know, you just need to keep messing with it until it looks right.
I don't want to mess with that.
I don't either.
But that looks like it needs a good 5 inches cut off of those ponytails.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
And up a little more on the round of her head.
Yeah.
The question is, do I keep my pre-order?
It's a lot of money if you're not happy with it.
And that's the thing. It's like, I don't know if I'll be happy with it.
I think you need to see more photos.
I'm hoping that there'll be some reviews out there. You know, and because I mean, I ordered from Sideshow, so that would give me, you know, probably a 3-month buffer. And Lord knows it'll be delayed 5 more times. Which the Heath Ledger Joker just was.
The biggest problem is there's such large deposits for these kind of pieces.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I think I'd set on it till you get a delay, and
Worst
then
case,
you could get out of it.
Yeah. Worst case, I would get it in, just sell it after the fact. There's going to be somebody who's looking for this. You can still enjoy it for a time and move on afterwards.
I can't see the chat. What are people saying in the chat about this one? Do they feel like it's a big downgrade, or do they feel like it's still pretty close to what the prototype was?
Most of them are negative, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if these things like this are, do you need to see it in person to see how it actually looks? But most of the time from pictures and video, I could tell if I'm going to like something or not.
Yeah.
Curious to see the prototype pics again.
I mean, the prototype does look better.
Okay.
But I don't feel like it's. I don't feel
Paula
like
thinks it looks great. So she's kind of a Harley.
She is. And I still don't know how I feel about busts. I think that's part of my problem. And again, it's $4,000. I mean, it's a lot of freaking money.
Yeah.
Which is just insane. So I don't know. Let's move on to this one. This is what we talked about earlier. To me, there's no question about likeness. I think this is spot on.
Yeah, that looks really good.
That one's done very well.
It's, I mean, there is no question here that this is Anne Hathaway, that it looks phenomenal. This is, again, production. I don't like the unmasked portrait as much.
Right.
I just feel like it's kind of dead a little bit looking. But I love the, that. I mean, that's how I would display it.
Yeah.
But you guys all still feel like the Bat Bike is the better piece.
I feel like the Bat Bike fits your overall collection better.
I think I would be happier with the bike version, but I feel like that for those you need to have like a walkway where you can have those pieces set up and have them all together, so it's kind of a dedicated museum-esque kind of feel.
That would be cool.
Chris is getting both out of the question.
Hey, what if you canceled Harley?
No, I mean both of the Hathaways.
Yeah, I'm saying cancel Harley and just get.
I would say it's not out of the question. I've considered doing like a, just a Dark Knight movie wall, that sort of thing. Having the Bat Bike, having her, having Ledger Joker, having the Queen Studios Joker, the Bat Dark Knight bust if I want to get that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's out of the question. I think it would look amazing all together.
Yeah.
But see, now this one is really easy for all of us to look at it and go, that looks pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not, there's no iffy ground.
Right. Yeah, there's no question. This is Hathaway.
I mean, I've always liked the way smaller scale statues look next to a bust. So I think it would make a cool looking display to have the bust and the third scale like under it or like next to it. Be pretty cool.
I
bet that likeness will be just as good on the Bat Pod as well.
Yeah. But again, the two of them, that's $7,000. It's a lot of money, guys.
Well, but like Eric said, cancel that Harley.
Well,
yeah, I'm going by the chat. Somebody else brought up a good point. It went by so fast. I don't know who said it. Those bike pieces are hard to display too because it takes up horizontal room, and then you don't have much height above it. So keep that in consideration where you're going to put it.
And that's why I've considered canceling the bike is because you can only really display it from one good angle.
Well, you know what would be really cool?
Or if you pair it with the bust.
That's what I'm thinking. That if you have the bust on a riser.
Oh, yeah.
Behind
her behind it.
Yeah, and put the bike like right
in front.
In front of it.
That'd be nice.
With an autographed picture of Anne Hathaway.
It's like a shrine.
Little shrine, Anne Hathaway. My little Princess Diaries shrine.
Mhm. There's worse things.
Yeah. I just feel like she looks great.
That looks awesome.
We'll move on. This is just threw in some collector photos here. I thought this looked really awesome. We were talking about the dragon with Batman earlier, and this is kind of what he looks like with some of the other Dark Knight's metal pieces, and they all look so good together. Really impressive.
Yeah, it's a cool piece.
That's a really fun lineup.
Yeah, they've all just
And they're
turned
all
out so
so
nice.
different.
Yeah.
And you look at the color, and every one of them's a little different.
But they all work together.
Yeah.
That one's
I
nice
love
because
that
Batman being all
dragon.
black, like Jeff was saying, that the color of the dragon just makes him pop still.
Yeah.
And I love that the metallic bluish tint of that armor.
Yeah. I know there was some controversy a while ago about it being purplish, but it's not really. But it looks good. Kind of a blue-gray. Have you guys seen this photo?
Yeah.
So this is a new Prime 1 piece. It's a
Terminator 2.
Yeah, Terminator 2, yeah.
Mhm.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, should be cool.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
It's the exoskeleton at the end when all of his skin is gone.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. I thought it was one of those Star Wars droids at first.
Roger, Roger.
The big tall one from Rogue One.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Here's Jeff Delaney's future statue.
I don't know if that's true or not.
We were talking in our private chat about this one. Man, I think this one turned out really great.
Yeah.
Deja Thoris, 1/3 scale from PCS has started to ship. Not for the faint of heart. Not for everybody's collection for sure.
Right.
Eric, you gonna be adding this one?
No.
Hell no.
I'm over it now, but at the time it was tempting.
Man, your comment was hilarious. Or maybe your wife's comment, I
Your
guess. I should
wife's
say.
comment.
Yeah, your wife's comment was fantastic. I wish I could have been in the room to see that.
I was trying to make like the argument that it could be considered art. It's like the female, like a Renaissance type piece from the old days, like the naked body. It's art.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said it to my wife saying, hey, I just ordered this. Like I forget what I said. I said something along the lines of, hey, I'm thinking of ordering this Renaissance art statue, and I sent her the picture, and she commented back, the hell you are, with an angry face next to it.
But yeah, she turns out really good. I mean, what's the likelihood, Jeff, of you getting this one?
Here's the scenario that I envision. Like you, Chris,
Yep.
I have that education discount at Sideshow for in-stock items,
Yes.
which is 15%. Sideshow has, in my mind, changed their strategy for releasing pieces where when an item comes in, like, for example, Mythos Vader or a few others recently, the Crow is another example, they ship out to the people who pre-ordered it, but it doesn't show as in stock
Right.
Mm-hmm.
for a long time.
For a long time.
So I'm kind of thinking if this comes into stock and I can get it for 15% off, it's more likely. If it goes on to seconds and I'm getting it for 15 off of 15, that's going to be really hard to pass up.
Yep.
But I have not talked to the wife.
Yeah. And this could easily become a Talia al Ghul for me.
Yeah. I think it's 36.5 inches tall to the top of that tusk.
Yeah, that Guru, what's his guy's name? Guru. That
That's a
thing
big piece.
Big statue. So her next to him. Wow, he's huge.
Yeah, she's going to be.
huge.
Yeah, it's a big piece.
I saw the proto of this at Monsterpalooza, and it does have a lot of presence. It's a it's a really nice piece.
Yeah, it's nice.
Do you have the picture of it where it's like on the guy's table, like the coffee table?
I'm not sure if I have that one. Let me. No.
So it has a big presence, so it definitely stands out in the collection.
Yeah, it's nice.
Mm-hmm. I still like the Sideshow one. If I was picking a Deja Thoris, I love that one.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever sell that one.
It's a great
I think
piece.
it's just that couch thing and all that together with it's just really well done.
Yep.
I feel like it's the classier of the two.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's more classy. I mean, it's still two mostly naked women, but I just feel like it's a little bit more of an art piece.
That one third reminds me of a bar I was in Atlanta in the early 90s.
Yeah, these days they'd call that Deja Thoris a throne piece, really.
Yes, they would.
Yeah,
they would. Speaking of throne pieces, I threw in some photos since the last time we were all together. We did a reaction show, and this is the Poison Ivy. We believe it's going to be just quarter scale. I still absolutely love this piece. I know Matt, you like this one a lot.
Oh yes.
Is this something that's waned at all, or are you still really intrigued?
I'm definitely going to get this one.
Yeah, I think she's just absolutely lovely.
If it's 1/3, I'll go for third. If it's a quarter, I'll still buy it.
Yeah.
I think all of those throne things were insinuated they were quarter.
Yep.
Yeah. People have confirmed from Prime 1 that they said that yes, 100% it's quarter. I'm with Matt. I think I would prefer it in third, but I will buy it in quarter if that's all they offer.
Yeah, because I just see potential down the road for me collecting Harley, Ivy, and Catwoman the most. They're probably going to do something that's going to pair with them down the road, and I know I'll regret not getting this when I see that down.
Yeah,
it's cool they did that Uma Thurman portrait.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Got that Uma Thurman look with the hair.
And the
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's a nice nod.
Are there different portraits, or is this the same portrait?
No,
there's 3 portraits.
I think there's at least 3 portraits.
Yeah, that's straight out of Uma. Yeah, the other one is Uma with those eyebrows.
Yeah,
that one.
That one.
Yep. I think there's 3 portraits. I think
there is. There's another one
because this one's got the purple lips. I guess they all have purple. Anyway, I'm excited about that one. We also got some more photos of the Batman statue. These are also quarter scale. This is from Batman Returns. I know a lot of people are excited about these. I'll look through some of these photos here. And these are just screen grabs. Love the base.
Did they say what scale this one was?
Quarter. This is quarter as well as the Joker. Look at that. It's pretty cool.
I wonder how they'll price them.
A lot of people are curious. People are pretty worried that they'll be third scale prices.
Yeah.
They won't be cheap, I can tell you that. I feel like this one was a little stiff.
Yeah.
Looking.
What's interesting to me is that I don't know if you guys saw my posts on Facebook. All of these were introduced a year and a half ago on Facebook as custom renders, fan-made renders.
Yeah.
So Prime 1 must have liked what they saw.
I guess so, and offered somebody a job. This is the Superman one. It's kind of a floating effect. I don't love this one. But I like the base.
This version of Superman always reminds me of John Goodman.
He's just so thick.
Yeah. Like when he started on Roseanne.
This one obviously is the big announcement with the Superman quarter scale and also Batman quarter scale, which again I feel like is going to just completely change the game. And congratulations to collectors that are going to pick these up. What do you think the ES are going to be like on these things? You think they're just going to be nuts?
It'd be silly not to be.
Yeah.
From
I
a business perspective.
Yeah.
I'm sure
100%.
collectors will be upset, but from a business, we all know Superman Hush sells.
Yeah. I mean, that thing's going to be sold through the roof.
Don't you think Detective 1000 is right around the corner?
I think it'd be silly not to be.
Yeah.
We also saw the Dark Side on Throne. This one was also shown at the Next Level Part 2. And we get to see some different head sculpts and things like that. Obviously, again, this would be quarter scale.
Probably very large.
Yeah, it's going to be very big. I think it'll complement the Sideshow piece nicely. The throne is cool. You can see some of the detail on the throne. So that was that one. Looked like maybe an exclusive portrait there. I know a lot of people were excited about the Murder Machine. We didn't get to see much of him, but definitely a teaser at least. And he will be third scale. This one I haven't really heard much hype about at all, but this was the Berserk Batman, which I thought was a pretty cool looking concept. Kind of a medieval knight look.
Yeah.
I just started reading this today. I got the whole graphic novel, The City of Bane, so I can figure out what's going on with this storyline. It's definitely an Elseworld story. But interesting concept with the Bane on throne.
I think that'll be popular.
And you have the Psycho Pirate and Thomas Wayne back there in the background who are working for Bane. In this particular storyline, the villains are the GCPD. It's a real interesting story. If you haven't had a chance to read it, I am a couple books in. But I think it looks cool.
You're getting corrected in the chat. It's not. They're saying it's not an Elseworld story. It's continuity.
Oh, I maybe I said the wrong thing. It's just a. It's like not an Earth 1 or whatever, right? Or what is that called when it's a different Earth? You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like
alternate universe.
It's not Prime 1 or Earth Prime.
Yeah, something like that, where it's like a alternate reality or alternate universe or something.
Or an alternate timeline.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It is Earth 1. But is the regular Earth still Earth Prime?
That's what I don't. That's where I get.
Earth Prime used to be the regular timeline, and then Earth 1 was different.
I get so lost.
The characters were older.
Like, how is Thomas Wayne in this? Like, that's why I just get so lost. Like, I just always feel like it's. I don't know. I just like my regular Batman stories.
Oh, this was the Tom King storyline that got him fired.
Yeah, this is it.
Why did it get him fired? Anybody know?
I don't. Maybe by the time I'm done reading it, I'll understand.
Yeah.
But love that
character.
Love that right there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's neat. And Psycho Pirate.
I have no idea who this character is.
So I just started reading it today, and so he's already in the book. He's feared. He's very powerful. Since the last show we did, they came out with a pre-order for the Samurai Batwoman, and we got the other portraits, so we can see kind of what that looks like. Again, I still feel like it's really lovely. This is one I'm not going to add to my collection, at least not at this time. But I think she's really pretty.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that one.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. This was the other portrait that we hadn't seen.
Well, I like that too.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's kind of like got a bat mask. over her mouth. She's got short hair though. I don't know if I've got a picture of that. I don't think I do. Anyway, the hair is real short.
Her base is really neat with the scarecrow sphere toxin coming out and all the faces coming out of it.
Yeah, it's really cool. We talked about it on another show, so I don't have a ton of photos, but I think she's really pretty, really lovely. Yeah, again, that portrait, one of their best.
Yeah, it is
beautiful. There's a little bit of the faces.
All right.
All right, here's your Picard.
Yeah, it looks good.
I think it looks good. I don't see really. They were talking about the paint being kind of sloppy. I just don't. I don't really see it. Maybe there's some blemishes with the. I don't know if that's lighting.
I think they're talking about that. They were also saying there's overspray whenever the black meets the red, but I think you got to get really close to see that.
Yeah, I don't see it much there. I mean, here's the black.
You see it if you zoom in.
You see a little bit.
I feel like I think maybe that right there is what they're talking about by the emblem.
Maybe.
Where it's maybe not real clean. But again, I feel like the black and red areas are pretty decent, pretty defined.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like that portrait's really good.
I do too.
I mean, you instantly know who it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question to me. Yeah, there's the black on red. I think there was a little bit of an issue right there, maybe on the chest. But again, to me, it looks pretty clean. Again, Jeff's going to get. You're getting a copy still in, right, of this?
Yep, should be. They told me last week it'd be another week or so.
Okay. They were having some issues with the pegs going in, so again, hopefully Jeff can address that.
Yep.
He gets his in.
A lot of times you could just use the hairdryer and heat them up, and over time, even it'll settle.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do if I have trouble.
So, anyway, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to it. He's going to look great next to Spock.
That's by Dark Side Collectibles, guys. If you're not familiar with them, they're do third scale.
And I'm looking forward to Kirk too.
Yeah, Kirk was going to look great. Love this. This is a quarter scale from Queen Studios. This went up for pre-order this week. Love the base.
Look at that.
That's cool.
Isn't that awesome? That's so cool.
What was this one priced around? Do you know?
Was it eight or 900?
Oh, that's not too bad for having a whole second torso on the
base. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is the bases.
Because that's awesome. Not a small character.
No, he's massive.
Some people aren't crazy about the wires in his left hand.
I don't even think I noticed it. Is he just like he just pulled it out?
Yeah, I guess so.
I wonder if there's a swap out.
Apparently there's not.
$1,000.
Oh, 1,000. That makes more sense with that base.
Yeah, I wonder if those eyes are going to light up on the base.
Maybe, I wonder if his hand too. Maybe that
flicker.
Yeah, flicker would be incredible.
That's like they did that on the Sideshow.
Yeah, if they could do a flicker effect, that'd be really neat. I think it looks really great.
Yeah, they did a good job on that.
Nice movement. I like the paint.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Yeah, Queen Studios, they've been nailing the Iron Man stuff. But anyway, that's up for pre-order right now.
It says 550 of them.
Yeah, there we go, right there. ES 550 full price. This is saying 1,040.
That is not that many. 550.
Yeah, it's not very many for an Iron Man.
Look at that. The width and the height are about the same.
That's crazy.
And the depth isn't that far off either.
No, it's a big piece.
Wow.
It's a big piece. Oh, this one looked really good. This one's fun. This is Mantis. Not only is it Mantis from Guardians, but also the Guardians holiday special. So you can have her like she appears in the regular movies, and then you can have the Christmas stuff too, which is nice.
That's cool.
The sweater's awesome.
Yeah, I love the sweater.
That's a lot of fun.
That Christmas skirt.
Yeah, so good.
I really like this one.
The likeness to me is not perfect, but it's close.
So was it a swap out torso, or was that fabric?
I think it's fabric. Yeah, it just fits over her. You can see the strings. This is fabric. So pretty cool. It's really neat that they did that, and they have all these accessories and stuff. So pretty fun. This one was that Avatar piece. It's not the best photo, but Prime 1 had it on display where you can see it's 2 individual pieces. Saw Avatar this weekend with my family and really enjoyed it.
That piece looks insane.
Such a beautifully filmed movie. These are some in-hand photos of that Wonder Woman versus Hydra. Photos are just now starting to come in, and I think this looks incredible.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah, this might be my favorite Wonder Woman piece.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Got a couple of photos there. Got a little bit closer up of her face. But yeah, beautiful Wonder Woman here. And so that should be shipping to most people here soon. There you can see the size of her.
Wow.
Next to the 1/4 Justice Buster, which is a big piece, really a big piece.
She makes that Batman look like a shrimp.
She does. But again, 1/4 versus 1/3.
Right.
Got some more photos of the Keaton Batman. Obviously, the photo embargo has been lifted. Our friend Kelvin Loke from Shock Toys posted some additional photos since they have revealed him further. I'm assuming that means that license has been approved, or the likeness has been approved officially. And this will go up for pre-order, I would assume, soon. Still really excited about this one being finally available in 3rd scale. Of course, Darkside Collectibles are going to do theirs as well. Still not sure about this one or not, but I'll be buying Batman. Here's Kelvin I was just speaking of next to him, so gives you an idea of what he looks like in person. With the tux and everything, looks good. These are some screenshots of the Terminator pieces that Prime 1's also going to be doing in 3rd scale.
I'm really interested in the T800.
Yeah, that'll be really neat to see. They're obviously using real fabric. This is with Blitzway.
Yep.
And there's the Arnold. Look at that.
Looks really good.
Looks really good. They also showed the different Scar Predators, Celtic Predators.
Those are from the Alienverse Predator, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Chopper. Those are the 3 that they showed. So those will be, I'm assuming, up for pre-order sometime early this year.
Those are crazy.
Yeah.
Can you go back to that Terminator pic for a second?
Yes, sir.
So people are interested in this picture because based on the battle damage he has, this has got to be the factory scene at the end of the movie.
I would think so.
And yet there's some sunglasses over there, which kind of makes you think about the mall scene with the box of roses. So I'm curious if there's another portrait or not, because he certainly did not wear the sunglasses in the factory scene.
Well, let's look at the other guy. So this is clearly going to be a alternative portrait, where he's got the bullet, or where he's morphing.
Yeah.
So that one, and
yeah,
so here so I think here we have 2 portraits. I think we'll probably most likely, you can actually even see, I think this might be Arnold's arm here, holding a steel beam.
Oh, interesting.
So I think that, and also you notice this battle damaged torso right here.
Right.
So I can see them offering maybe 2 different versions of Arnold, or maybe deluxe where you get both. But I could see them doing the full classic with the glasses and the regular look, and then the final factory scene, like you said. I think it'd be smart money to do that.
I would like to have a battle damage and a clean portrait. I think that'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, the likeness is incredible.
It looks like it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to see more.
I hope, when they do the leather jacket, do it in leather.
Oh, I know. Surely they learned their lesson after last time. Because that half scale, didn't they get crapped on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then they offered you could actually buy a leather jacket.
Yeah,
If
right.
I remember.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's to buy after you already spent how much.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I don't mind if they do that up front. If they say, hey, it's going to be this much more for a leather if you want to pay a little less for the pleather, I mean, I don't mind them doing that.
Yeah, options up front are okay, but
yeah, but after
down
the
the
fact,
road,
it feels
try to save face.
Yeah, it's a slap. It's a slap.
Because they're the actual clothing on those that'll be amazing.
Yeah.
If it's anything like that Joker clothing.
Yep. The boys, they announced a license for the boys. I threw this photo in because I thought it was cool to see the Geralt. That's how you say his name, right? Geralt. Sorry, Geralt.
Yep.
Third scale. Look how big it is compared to the Bablock Batman. It's crazy how big that thing is. Here's Mr. Delaney's new statue.
Yeah, look at that.
Have you already ordered it?
Yeah.
So again, since we did our last show, they've announced the quarter scale and third scale. We also found out that the price points are identical, which is quite interesting. The only difference is I love that portrait, by the way, is that with the third scale right here, you don't get the winged
the Reaper.
Yeah.
The Reaper is huge.
Massive.
Yeah. And look at that. You get 3 or 4 portraits.
With both of them, with both quarter or third, which is really neat. And this is the bonus portrait.
Yep.
I wonder why they didn't offer the Reaper, though, for the 1/3 at all. Like, even if the price had to be higher at that point, it's a weird decision, I think, not to have it.
I am shocked as well. I mean, they could have easily said, hey, this is our regular at third scale. This is our deluxe at third scale.
Right.
They already are making everything else. Like, I don't understand it either. I think that, I don't know if they just didn't feel like people would pay, or, I mean, what if the Reaper was another $1,500?
Right.
Would people pay it? I mean, it's big. I mean, it's the size of a third scale in itself.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I was say it's interesting that they're showing the cigarette. Wasn't a lot of pieces they don't show the cigarette, or is that just movie pieces?
I know it was they've done it with the Queen Studios pieces. So I don't know if it's a movie piece thing. I'm not sure. That's a good point. But congratulations to everybody getting this piece, because I know it's such an awesome piece.
I love it.
I really like it with the Reaper. I mean, I know it would be massive to have that on the 1/3, but
the Reaper makes it to me. I would
want that on my statue, even if it was 1/3.
Yeah, it adds so much.
I don't know if it's true, but the first thing we heard was that they couldn't engineer the Reaper in 1/3. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't buy it.
If you look at Hawkman, they did Hawkman in 1/3, not Prime 1, but
Iron Studios.
Wings. Yeah,
I don't believe Prime 1 they said engineering anymore, because they said they couldn't engineer the Arkham Poison Ivy, and that's why they canceled her.
Yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
It was no different than all their other pieces.
Yeah, if they can engineer it on a quarter scale, they can engineer it on third scale. Now, they may have a valid argument that maybe it was too top heavy for the narrowness of the base. That's possible.
Maybe.
But at the same time, these wings could be PVC. And I think they probably will be.
Yeah.
Just like Fabox cape on the Tech 1000. That cape is a PVC material.
Yeah,
so
that
it's like
Hawkmen had a lot of shipping problems. A lot of those Hawkmen were broken. I don't know that any of them. There's very few that really survived.
Yeah, they were all polystone though.
But Prime 1 statues are pretty solid compared to Iron Studios, which
I agree
makes a big difference.
But I feel like if you're going to get one, you got to go the quarter scale. I feel like that's the way to go. It's just because it looks so great.
He's going right next to the XM Swamp Thing.
Yep, he's going to fit in great.
Now, do you think they'll redo Zatanna and even Deadman to go with him in quarter?
I don't know. There's no trying to sell out of that Deadman.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't see them doing Deadman. I don't think they'll sell enough of them.
I think when they introduced this, they probably moved quite a few of the Deadman.
That's a great looking piece too, that Deadman.
Yeah, it is.
You're probably right, Jeff. You're probably right.
But for me personally,
a lot of people bought it.
For me personally, I don't need the whole JLA Dark. I just need Swamp Thing and Constantine.
Well, they're going to look great together. I can't wait to see your review on him.
I can't wait too. It's going to be a long wait though.
I was going to say it's going to be like 2 years probably, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Zatanna.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah.
This is the new Mace window that they came out with this week. Samuel L. Jackson. I feel like the likeness is just okay.
Yeah, it's off.
You know it's him, but I haven't heard a ton of positive.
Yeah,
It looks okay, but not great.
I agree with you. You could tell it's him, but I think it's just because you know who the character is right away.
Yeah.
It almost needs a little bit of emotion. It's a little static looking.
Yeah. Maybe if he had a little bit of, I don't know. I guess we did see him with anger, but anger's not the Jedi way, but.
I feel like their Nick Fury figure from the first Avengers movie was a little closer.
Looked better.
Yeah. Of course, it only had one eye, but.
Right.
Just listening to a story of how he ended up with that purple lightsaber. I don't know if it was true or not, but it was interesting. I forget the whole story, so I'm not going to repeat it.
They also had the super battle droid. That's going to be a bigger piece. I don't think it's up for pre-order yet. I think just Mace Windu is. But that's fun.
I saw they made an announcement, I think, last night of the upcoming movies and things that they have licensed to do. The Ant-Man and Wasp movie, Guardians 3, Aquaman, and they're doing anniversary pieces from Return of the Jedi and another Star Wars movie.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.